Aries. Hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot. These messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi! Oh my god, my heart feels really bubbly. And I was getting like straight before I turned the camera on and tapped myself into your energies. I was getting, this bubbly energy and, fun times ahead. So I'm super, super curious to look into your year of 2024, my dear Aries. This is a special end of year reading and going into the new year of 2024. What does that year hold for you? And I prepared a little video that you can watch if you feel so inclined right after this announcement. And if you've watched it already, I've timestamped everything, and there is a little surprise included that I also timestamped if you want to have a look at that. I love those energies. Oh my God. And yeah, go ahead and watch it if you haven't watched it yet. And if you don't want to watch it, you can skip it and just head straight to your reading. I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello and welcome to your yearly reading of 2024. What you can expect over on YouTube in your reading is we're going to have a look at the blessings, the lessons, and the overall energy that you can expect in 2024. Over on Patreon in your extended, we will be looking at love/partnership. That very much includes self-love, the relationship you have with other people. That's what I mean, so love in the wider sense. And then we're going to have a look at career, which means purpose, mission. All of that is in there, what you need to know for 2024, either if you're just starting out on your path or would like to have a closer look in terms of what is your mission. There may be topics popping up here and there. It's been interesting so far from what I've had the ability to look into for you guys for 2024. And we're also going to have a look into what would be advisable to focus on for you in 2024. I hope you like this format. I'm really looking forward to doing all those readings for you. I also have a special announcement because I thought, why not offer you guys something very, very special for from now on till the end of December, till the end of January, which is a yearly overview reading over 2024, where we'll be looking specifically into each month of the year. So it's quite extensive. You can expect anywhere from 1 hour to 1.5 hours, I reckon. And of course, we're going to have a look at the blessings, lessons, etc. Everything that you already heard here. We're going to look at that very detailed, channeled messages for you, so you can make the most of 2024 and are well prepared for this year ahead. If you would like one, you can book it. It's $180 US dollars, and you can reach out at universalpowertarot@gmail.com. And here it is. There's your surprise, my friends, because you can also win one of those, which is very cool. I'm so excited to give one of those beautiful readings away to one of you guys. All you have to do is subscribe, like the video that you're watching, and say that you did that in the comments and that you would like to win the yearly reading. So that's how this works. It's as easy as that, and you're in the draw. And somewhere between now and mid-December, we'll be drawing from the people that have entered this draw, and Spirit's going to let me know who won. So best of luck to you guys. And now let's hop into your yearly reading. Hello Aries, now that you know everything about this reading, let's hop straight in. I still have this bubbly, and I'm feeling like, when you're smiling a lot and you start to get like almost cramps in your cheeks, that's what I'm feeling right now. So smiling from ear to ear is one of the energies for 2024, which is lovely. Don't we all want that? And then we're going to hop straight in with the intention to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys on your personal and spiritual journey throughout 2024. And we're going to start off with the overall energy for 2024. Use this? Yes. Okay. So what's the overall energy for Aries in 2024? This one, no. Over this one, no. This one, yes. This one, yes. Wow. I'm getting a very chill vibe from that. You have the King of Pentacles. Have a look at this. Immediately, wolf spirit comes up. So some of you, your spirit animal could be a wolf, or you have a wolf-looking pet at home. But that could also be in spirit, like I said. The King of Pentacles is one that's really good with anything financial and can actually give out advice to other people. He's also one that's highly eloquent. So I feel like you could be stepping into that position of a speaker here for some of you as an overall energy. Sometimes I need to say this because we're tapping ourselves into sometimes love and career also already, like over on the YouTube portion, if that's like really important for your year, but then we dive deeper over on Patreon. But so this will come through. So overall energy, I feel there's a little bit of career here slash purpose slash mission involved here already. So that seems to be important, but you're using money as a tool. So interesting that that pops up as an overall energy. But this is very stable energies, very grounded type of energies. You know, you're good. You're good. And that overall feeling, like when you're in this throughout 2024, that's really quite something. There is a huge thing of trusting in the divine to provide for you, to do just that, because he's super relaxed. You're super relaxed in your position. You're not worrying about a thing. Should you, start to worry about a thing, you can quickly tap yourself into the higher energies and assure yourself there's nothing to worry about. Like, you're good. Like, God is providing for you. The universe is there for you. Your angels are surrounding you and, are there to provide for you, and stay in those energies. And lo and behold, ask and you shall receive, my dear Aries. That's exactly it. I want to say it's not necessarily typical Aries energies here with this. It's more like not even Taurian energy, if you will. It's interesting because it's not even any sign energy. It's just an overall energy that comes with that, which is quite interesting that they would, steer away from the signs. And if you know my readings, that's how I actually read. I just put them there for you guys as a help to orient yourself, and also for YouTube for the algorithm purposes. But really, you can watch anything that resonates with you. I highly recommend going with your intuition, and maybe there's a part of that involved here as well, just to go with your intuition, not with what anybody else says or thinks. But I have a feeling you're long over this, Aries. You're long over that, listening to other people. That doesn't mean, shutting out others' opinions. Not at all. It's just like, I'm living my life the way I want to live it. I feel like this is like 40 and upwards, where you're just like, why would I listen to that? Like, maybe in your 20s, yes. Maybe before that, but somewhere along those lines, you stop listening to those external chatters and to the conditionings. I feel you're well seasoned, Aries, and this is a really cool feeling to be in throughout 2024. Again, there's this watch out in case it comes in through opinions of others or through just like whatever happens in 2024, to stay in those energies. And you've got the support by your side. Like, not even through 2024, but beyond 2024 and before that. That guide has been with you. The wolf spirit is really coming up here. And you may indeed possibly also have both, like I said, like a dog that looks like a wolf or acts like a wolf. It could be a chihuahua that's acting like a wolf. That could be, they can be quite fierce as well, like if you've ever really had to do with one. And so the wolf spirit is very present here too, again, okay? So not to worry about a thing. Stay in those beautiful energies, Aries, throughout 2024. We're going to continue and have a look at the blessings that 2024 bring in for you, my dear Aries. So let's jump in. Let's have a look for the blessings that are coming in for Aries, please. This one, no. This one, yes. Okay. Oh, wow. That's a blessing. Yes, it is. Blessing in disguise, I want to say immediately, because you have the Devil card. Okay, I get it. Okay. So I don't read reversals, but that's what's coming through. Letting go of unhealthy patterns and habits, and you will be given the opportunity, hence it's a blessing, to do so in 2024. I feel like, and that's what's kind of like tugging on my stomach here as well, Aries, is that little sense of, okay, if you have any of those in terms of, with your wealth, with your abundance, finances are not quite there or something like that, to let go of that and to really, really fall into trusting the divine here. Because like for some of you, I'm indeed getting that stomachy kind of a feeling. Interesting. And the devil per se isn't bad at all. It's just an invitation. Hey, do you want to come play? It's like that, right? And you can decide at any stage in time, no, thank you. Play with yourself, like be over there, play with yourself. And that's what that is. It's very interesting, though, that it would show up indeed in your blessings. Let me look at that card a little bit closer, because I'm immediately also getting shadow parts, shadow work. Of course, that's what it is. Okay, shadow work with it, because usually you would be like this, you know, with the devil, like stay away. But this is actually like an invitation of sorts. You know how when we do shadow work, Aries, we're inviting those parts of us that have gone rampant, for example, because of, you know, we shut them out, and then they do their own thing, or starting to really be in the background and starting to, you know, be mischievous because they want the attention, they want the love, but they haven't gotten it. So the fact that I'm, you know, willing to pick it up and have a closer look at it and find the loving parts about the devil card is very interesting, because when you take that deep dive within yourself, Aries, that is a true blessing, because you'll then in turn be able to see other people in that light as well. For example, let's take the topic of jealousy, because it just pops up here. Let's say you're sometimes occasionally jealous of someone, which is a human emotion, right? So to work through it, or to ask why you're, yeah, okay, that's interesting. For some of you that could actually apply. Like, don't be ashamed of it. Instead, try to work with it and see where this is taking you, because that jealousy often comes from a sense, almost always, I want to say, from a sense of lack. You don't have it, and so another can't have it either. And that is very much still ingrained in our society, I want to say. But what I'm saying to that is go out and get it yourself. And that is a very important thing. And I'm not saying it to shame in any way or to judge in any way, not at all. Because again, natural emotion, the thing is to take then the deep dive and to uncover the blessings, to really get in touch with what it actually is that would be missing in that case, and to transform it and to get it, to integrate it, because then you can be without judgment towards another, right? Or when you're bitter, you can understand why people are bitter. Like if you go to if you dive to the bottom of the original issue, like where does this come from? Bitterness comes from disappointment, disappointed in life. So if you've ever felt the feeling of jealousy, of bitterness, and you didn't leave it there, but instead you were just like, okay, let's have a look at what is actually going on, what's actually missing here within yourself, then that's a huge progression, because you're no longer judging yourself, you're like, okay, what is this? And then have compassion and understanding for yourself. Oh, that's what I'm missing. Oh, that's where I was disappointed. And bitterness can come about really quickly. Just have like a couple of disappointments like in a row, and you can get into that mindset really quickly, I feel like, of okay, that life sucks, and you want to, you know, be not nice to other people anymore. So that can come out quickly. Yeah, I feel I want to give you like a little thing here, because it might be helping. You may have, you know, teachers, for example, mother or father that were bitter, or grandmother that were bitter themselves. And so you may have a really good example, as in, oh, I don't want to be that. I don't want to go down that road, because it takes you somewhere that you don't actually want to go. And then to take that step back and to see, where is this originating? So this is a real blessing, but one in disguise. If you know how to take it, it's an incredible blessing to you and your life and to those surrounding you. Because again, once you uncover this, you will no longer judge others for that, because you know what is causing this. And since you've already found compassion within yourself for it, you will not go and judge others for it. Rather, you'd have compassion for them. And that, because you're not holding up the mirror of resistance towards their feelings, but you're rather holding up the mirror, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm totally getting that. Black obsidian mirror is what I recommend. So to put that around yourself, if you have a person like that in your field for some reason, or at work maybe, so that can be thrown back at them immediately, so that they can soak in their own whatever they're sending out, because I feel it's like not the best energy. But you don't have to take this on. You can stay back and you can send compassion or love their way, but only because you've been compassionate to yourself first and discovered those feelings within yourself. And I find it often very surprising where shadow work takes us, Aries, to these areas, and often to be like, oh my God, I never thought that I was that way. And this deep dive, is quite incredible, I want to say, and is such a blessing, such a blessing. Right, let's have a look, Aries. Yeah, because they look sad. They look like they want something, but they haven't gotten it themselves. They haven't gotten it themselves. If this is internal work entirely within yourself, again, they haven't gotten like the message of love yet. They received a lot of rejection instead of love. And that can change a whole lot, like sending love into a situation, a whole lot. So lessons, please. No. What else, please, for Aries? What else? No. What else for Aries, please? What else, please, for Aries? This one, no. Lessons for Aries throughout 2024. What do they need to know here? Is this the right deck? No. Okay, we're not working with the right deck. That's interesting. Okay, which deck would you like? No. Yes. Oh, wow. Okay, crystallery wants to come in. And actually, that's what we did for pretty much every sign already. Choosing a crystal for this year that's going to help you. And apparently it wants to come through for you right now. And it is tied into lessons. So let's have a look into that. What do you have for Aries? Thank you. This one, yeah. Ooh, first the fire. It says, yeah, and Larimar. So I'm immediately feeling, anger. Those emotions that we don't like because they're so shamed by society. Like we were already talking about jealousy, bitterness, and then we have anger here popping up with that fire, exploding. All those emotions that we're shamed for. Kids these days are sometimes raised completely different than, for example, my generation. And where I grew up, very authoritarian and very much, okay, if you have this emotion, you're going to be by yourself, singled out. And me and my best friend, we were having a talk about this. And what she started to do is quite remarkable, which is when their kids have a strong emotion like this, she just goes and hugs them so tightly and gives them so much love, which I think is such a strong contrast towards go to your room and do, whatever you're doing until you are nice enough to come back out and to be, part of the family again, if you will. And that's very strongly popping up here for you for your 2024, dealing with those emotions. And there are intertwined the lessons and the blessings in terms of, dude, bring them back in, bring those parts of yourself back in. They need love, they need compassion, and you will be a better version of yourself, I want to say, if that even makes any sense, I want to say, because that doesn't sit right with me either, because that means you're not okay the way you are right now, but you are. You're very loved and you're very okay just the way you are, Aries, okay? And 2024 is going to bring that into your awareness strongly, I feel like, where you have the opportunity to do a bit of shadow work here in order to bring those parts back to yourself. And I'm telling you, that also means more aliveness, because when you shut out parts of yourself, you automatically shut out talents that those personas within yourself have. and creativity, and like I said, aliveness and light, because your light shines the strongest the more you're integrated you are, the more of a team you are internally. So it seems to be one of those years, and some signs have those. Other signs are already reaping the benefits of that work. If this is you and if this is resonating with you, then take this as an opportunity to really, do some internal work, because the benefits here are tremendous, like life-changing, I want to say. Okay, let me see. Read Larimar? Yes. Okay, let's do that then. 68. Oh, that's pretty. No, it must be 63. I was wondering because I couldn't quite read it. Yeah, there we are. Larimar. First the fire. First the fire, Aries. Yeah, you're a fire sign too. So I'm a Leo, so I'm a fire sign too. And the topic of anger is very strong within our signs just because of our fiery nature. So there's some explosiveness to it. And one of our tasks is to work through that and to see how we can, express anger in a way that is beneficial and that is not hurtful or so destructive. Okay, so the fire of volcanoes creates islands in the midst of the oceans. Hang on, ceaseless churn. I was born of fire, Larimar reminds those who don't see beyond their swirling layers of turquoise blue and sea green. Look beyond the surface emotions and find the fire within the water. Fire creates earth, solid, grounded, from which new things can grow. When you're drowning or simply ready to claim your own space, a place to make a stand, or a private island paradise, Larimar will help you find your core fire, the values that ground you. And Larimar counsels, when you can't fathom the motives of the people around you, look beyond their water to see their fire. So this is basically confirmation for what you've already heard in terms of finding that within yourself will help you seeing it within the other, but through the transformative process, not staying in, like they were saying here too, the surface emotions, but going deeper, taking that deeper dive to really help you transform here, to integrate more of yourself, because again, the wider collective is going to benefit from your work, Aries, so much, so much. Okay. This is where you'll find true understanding and true compassion and unconditional love, I want to say. It's towards that. It goes towards that. Is there more for this? No, that's fine. Okay, cool. So that's that for you. I would like to draw you an additional card here before we take it over to Patreon, where we obviously going into, the topic of love, relationship with yourself, with others, and also career / purpose / mission, and what to focus on additionally. But let us pull you a card here. Which one additionally? No. Yes. Okay. So we're pulling an additional card from the Light Seers Tarot here for you, Aries. Let's see. Okay, interesting. I keep wanting to go to the Heart and Soul Oracle and to the Archangel guidance. Maybe over on this one? No. Maybe over on the extended. In the extended. What else do you have for Aries, please? And for 2024, what else do you want to tell them, please? No, yes. No. Interesting constellation there with the cards. If you didn't hear that, I said interesting constellation with the cards. This one, yes. Huh. Three of Wands. There's a very freeing energy in this, because that's what's underneath. It's very much more in line with the King of Pentacles, so with your overall energy here, Aries, where it's just like being comfortable within yourself, finding the stability, the peace, the love, all of these things within yourself. And the topic of speaker is popping up here again. So you may very well, and we'll look into this over on Patreon in your extended, step into a speaker position, or, if that's not on some sort of a stage or platform, it could be on social media where all of a sudden you feel the drive to start a channel or to, open up an account on some sort of a platform to speak about these things. because I feel they will become more and more prominent throughout 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027. They keep rolling like this because we're evolving as a species, and we need to, like, we really, really need to. And for that, we need people that do shadow work, that are actually able to dive this deep, and to, because that creates compassion, like was already talked about. That creates a new sense of being, because if we send out more hate, for example, a person comes to us that's bitter and we shoot back at them and we're just like, you know, you're stupid, I don't like you, go away, that creates more hatred, and we don't need more hatred. We literally need more love. If you've ever done any sort of shadow work, which I very much believe you have, otherwise I don't think this would be showing up for you, then you know when things are transforming and how that affects your immediate surroundings, because all of a sudden you're able to understand, deeper understanding, more meaningful. It's very interesting. And the Three of Wands is one that's very free. She's it's interesting. I'm given a really free kind of a life to be living, very different too. We had this in Pisces yesterday, where the topic of travel popped up. I'm seeing it here again in terms of, you know, leaving an old life behind and starting something new, and really just doing it because you're trusting that, you know, finances will be there, God will help you, the angels will be surrounding you, you're taken care of, and hence you can finally do what you really want to do and no longer be held back by those patterns. And that's why they're tying it into your blessing here to Aries, where it's just like, you won't be held back by those old patterns. And maybe you can hear, like, my voice isn't like 100% there. I feel like my energy is 100% there, but my voice isn't. I feel like it's kind of like suppressed a little bit. And excuse me, that was good. And to have the King of Pentacles here, who's so eloquent, however, the voice seems to be so suppressed that there's something that wants to come out because you're ready, but your throat isn't. Like, there's still some sort of a blockage that is preventing you from really speaking out the things that you want to say, from really getting there. But I feel like throughout 2024, again, through the opportunity of doing that shadow work, you can really, really free yourself of some unhealthy patterns here, possibly even addictions, because that's what the Devil card is speaking about as well. So a very, very significant year for you here. Take those opportunities because it leads to something very, very beautiful, okay? And she's ready for it. You know, you're ready for it, so ready for it. And this has been something you have been preparing for some time, because you're now taking me to the Two of Wands, where it requires a lot of, you know, preparation and a lot of planning, a lot of, maybe you've even visited workshops to get rid of addictions, or maybe you've been with AA or whatever it is that kind of pops up here for some reason. But I think this is rather specific. Or trying to, you know, on the personal growth sector here, or the spiritual growth, you know, visiting workshops that advance you, or just even watching videos and working on yourself. So this has been a long time coming, and wishes granted in 2024, I feel like, where it's just like, there you go, Aries, work through these things and you'll step into a more free life. For some of you, that could mean the end of Dark Night of the Soul throughout 2024, which is really, really cool. So don't worry if it amps up a bit, work with it. And they're giving me amping up again, and then work through it. But that doesn't mean things become more difficult, I want to say, or something like that. It's just the opportunity to finally work through the last bits of it. If you've ever given birth, it's like, you know, at the end of it, it's like almost like the most tough part, and it amps up, but then, you know, you're good. You have a tremendous reward. You have a baby, like an incredible new being, like in your hands, literally. That's what I'm getting here with this. So a massive transformation, and a massive reward here by the end of 2024. Granted, you're taking those opportunities. And I know it's one of those readings where if you're not doing, you know, shadow work, or if you're not prepared to do the work on yourself, then this is not your reading. If you are, however, prepared to do this work, and you're just like, okay, all right, let's do this, let's go, then this is a tremendous push. Like, it's unbelievable. And birth can be seen as both, as something that's highly traumatic or as something that teaches you and that really changes you as a person, as a woman. And so, yeah, it's one of those. And it's in your hands, basically, if this is turning out to be a tremendous blessing to you, or just another year that is bugging you in some way, which this isn't. That's not the intention of your 2024 here, okay? It's meant to free you. Anything else? No. We'll take this over to Patreon. And I know this has been rather on the heavy side. I understand that. I still need to bring you this message because it's relevant for some of you, and to also understand if you've been going down the road of dark night of the soul, if you had your awakening and you're really going through it, please know that 2024 is marking the end of that freaking hard work, of that craziness, okay? Which is really good to know, because if you're going, through tower after tower after tower, and you're just, you think, when is this going to end? Well, there you go. By the end of 2024, you should be through the majority of all of that process, which is really good news, I feel like. Really good to know, absolutely, because it is coming to an end, okay? All right, sweethearts, we'll take it over to Patreon. It's $11.11 a month. The link is down below. It unlocks not just this extended, but all the extendeds that were already created. There's over 800 posts over there, over 350 readings, I think. Lots of pick a cards. There's also the Rauhnächte that I highly recommend for the end of your year, to clear out anything that you don't want to go with you and that needs to, fall away, and then setting intentions for the new year. It's tremendous. Like, that thing has a massive effect. I'm going to do them myself, like when they actually occur, which is on the 25th of December or 26th, I can't remember. And then it takes you all the way to the 5th or 6th of January. And it's like 20-30 minute time investment every day. And it will change your next year, though, massively. It'll catapult you into this and just make time for the new to come in, which is highly, highly helpful, I feel like. If you want help with that shadow work that we just discussed, you can reach out to me for a private healing reading or a higher guidance coaching call, which is a one-on-one call with me where everything flows in that is helpful to you. We'll also pull you a couple of cards. But if you need help with this, please reach out at universalpowertarot@gmail.com. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for, watching, for your time here. And I'll see you over on Patreon or next time. I really hope this was helpful and or beneficial in some way for you and your 2024. So many blessings in this upcoming year. And yeah, sail right through it, Aries. I love you. Bye. Bye-bye.